Come with me if you want to see a movie better than Terminator 3! Terminator Genisys. Terminator Genisys is the somewhat sequel slash reboot of the Terminator franchise. Basically what happens is Kyle Reese gets sent back in time to 1984, but the timeline is all different, and Sarah Connor isn't like the weak waitress that she is. She's like the strong-willed woman that she basically is in Terminator 2. Arnold's a little bit older, and all this crazy stuff is going on, and basically what the whole story is that Kyle Reese, Arnold, and Sarah Connor just trying to stop Skynet. Your basic Terminator plot, And I'm a huge Terminator fan. I love Terminator 1. Terminator 2 is not just my favorite Terminator movie. It's like one of my all-time favorite movies, like, ever. Like, if I made like a top 20 list, Terminator 2 would easily be on that list. Terminator 3, I fucking despise. I hate that movie so much because, to me, it didn't really feel like a Terminator movie. It just felt like a straight-up Arnold movie. And I hated Nick Stahl as John Connor. He was whiny. I thought the ending was so underwhelming. I just didn't like that movie a lot. Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles, even though it's not a movie, it's a show, but I find that show to be incredibly underrated. If you've never seen that show, check it out. It is awesome. Lena Headey kills it as Sarah Connor in that show. She was fantastic. And Terminator Salvation, I actually have some enjoyment in. I think it's just because of the fact that Christian Bale played John Connor. I thought he has played, in my opinion, the best John Connor roles, the best like John Connor portrayal so far. But it's kind of slow. But I have more enjoyment in Salvation than I do with Terminator 3. So going into Terminator Genisys, I just wanted something that was better than at least Terminator 3 and Terminator 4. And I can say this right now. Terminator Genisys does not capture the magic that Cameron did with Terminator 1 and 2. But I will say, it is a million times better than Terminator 3 and Terminator 4. And that being said, I'm going to be in the minority here. I enjoyed this movie. Maybe it's because I had some slightly low expectations with this movie, and I got kind of surprised with this movie, but I ended up enjoying Terminator Genisys. Granted, the movie has a ton of flaws with it, but I'm going to start with the pros of this movie. First of all, Arnold is the Terminator. The dude is the Terminator. Even at like his age of 70, you kind of feel like, all right, maybe he's kind of lost his way. I know The Last Stand and Sabotage weren't really good. No, Arnold still got it as the Terminator. You watch him in this movie, you're just like, yeah, you're the Terminator. You are exactly what I remember the Terminator from Terminator 2 to be. It's like one of those types of roles where no matter how old Arnold is, the Terminator role just still fits him like a glove in the same way that like Rambo does for Stallone. You know what I mean? It's like one of those roles that no matter how old the actor gets, he can still be the role. And I do like how this movie kind of plays on the fact that this is an older Terminator, and they have fun with that. I'm like, all right, that is cool. That's something I like, because I kind of thought it'd be weird seeing an older Arnold, but still having him act like the Arnold in Terminator 2. And what I like about it is that even though he does act like the Arnold from Terminator 2, he kind of malfunctions it sometimes, and he kind of makes fun of the fact that he is a little bit older this time around. So I thought that was pretty cool. Emilia Clarke, I thought she was a fantastic Sarah Connor. I mean, obviously, she's not Linda Hamilton. That performance is incredible, or Lena Headey for that matter. But she is an awesome Sarah Connor. And what I like about her is that she's playing her Sarah Connor at a much younger age. You know what I mean? She's playing her Sarah Connor a lot younger than Hamilton or Lena Headey were. So that's kind of what I like. It's cool seeing sort of a much younger Sarah Connor at this age who has the attitude of Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 and 2. I do like seeing the play on scenes that you are familiar with in the Terminator franchise and sort of how they take a different twist in a lot of ways. Like they have the scene in Terminator 1 where Arnold's like, nice night for a walk, and it's cool seeing kind of that scene all over again, but kind of in a different way. And I like that. I think that shit's actually pretty cool. So it's cool seeing little scenes you're familiar with in the Terminator franchise kind of done in a different way. And this movie does have some flaws, like I said. The main one is Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese. Now, when the movie started off and you hear Kyle Reese do this narration, I was like, okay, I'm buying Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese. I mean, for one, he looks like a dude in the military. He's really bulky and stuff. And that was kind of one of my issues with. That was my only issue with Michael Biehn, is I kind of felt like he was too scrawny to look like he was in the military, whereas Jai Courtney looked like he was in the military, and he was you could tell the guy looked up to John Connor, and I was like, all right, I'm buying this. I'm buying this. Like, I'm buying him as Kyle Reese. But then it's when he goes back in time, he starts making these one-liners and these jokes where Jai Courtney honestly starts feeling a little out of place. And I like Jai Courtney. I think he's fine for certain type of roles. Like, I think one of the reasons I think he's great for Captain Boomerang and Suicide Squad is because of the fact that Captain Boomerang is a cocky bastard, and Jai Courtney plays cocky bastards in other movies. So, but I kind of felt like with Kyle Reese, it's one of those types of roles that you need someone who isn't so much of a cocky bastard, but someone who's just dedicated to their mission and a little bit kind of paranoid, but still kind of, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's kind of like what Michael Biehn did in Terminator 1, where he's a little paranoid and he's a little bit cautious, but he kind of warms up to things. I kind of felt like that Jai Courtney just wasn't the best choice for this role. But yeah, and then I also kind of felt like that some of the CGI looks really good in this movie. Other times it looks like it could really be improved on, especially with the T-1000 stuff. Like, I was watching this movie and I was just like, it's really sad that the effects in Terminator 2 for the T-1000 effects are better than these effects right here. It should be the complete opposite. But aside from that, Terminator Genisys, I actually had a good time with. Like I said, I mean, I feel like if you go in just wanting something better than Terminator 3 and Terminator Genisys, Terminator Salvation, you are going to like this movie. But if you're someone who wants the camera magic, you're going to be really, really disappointed. But I personally, enjoyed the movie. I will watch this more than 3 and 4, that is for sure. But aside from that, I'm going to give Terminator Genisys a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, I personally enjoyed it. So where'd you rank this with the Terminator franchise? We're counting the Sarah Connor Chronicles show in this as well. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.